Hello, welcome back to Plus and Minus. Just a quick an apology, really. I apologise for not uploading yesterday, as I did promise you guys that I'd upload every single day. So as a result, I'm going to upload 3 videos today to compensate for that. So we're going to start off with the Stanford prison experiment. This is part of the social influence course of AQA psychology. So the Stanford prison experiment was conducted by Zimbardo. If you want to read more around that subject, if you don't already know it, I suggest you do, and then you can come and look at the pluses and minuses of this experiment. So the pluses, let's look at that. So first of all, it can be related to real life events. This is very, very important in psychological studies, because then you can generalize them to real world applications, and they then therefore have ecological validity, which you'll also learn about in psychology under the research methods topic. So yeah, I've put that it can be related to the Abu Ghraib case. This happened in 2003 and 2004, and this was when American soldiers went over to Afghanistan, and they, like in the Stanford prison experiment, abused their power and tortured the Afghans, so much so it was even unethical for a war. So yeah, and if you want to look into that, I suggest you do, just to add more information to your evaluation in the 16 and 12 markers in A-level psychology. Studies were ethical. Now, this is a massive thing about the Stanford prison experiment. Lots of people think it isn't ethical, but it is, and this is because Zimbardo followed the key rules. The prisoners consented to this. They were volunteers. They were given all the information necessary, and after the experiment, they were given psychological testing and always checked up on for a good 5 to 10 years after the experiment. So it was ethical. They did follow ethical procedures, which you will learn about again in research methods. Another advantage is the control over variables, which increases its internal validity. So these participants were volunteers, but they were selected. So there was a group of volunteers, and then they were sampled, and their psychological and fitness, their overall health was tested to make sure that they were able to be carried out in such an experiment. And this meant it was easier to generalize to real world studies. So yeah. However, there are some minuses to this study. Riker and Haslam, they did a BBC study, which you can watch on BBC iPlayer or on YouTube. I suggest you do. It was a follow-up study, very similar study, but they found contradictory research. So what they suggested was that they believed the way people behave, even after conformity, was due to their social roles, just like in the Stanford prison experiment, but this is because of their norms and values of their social groups. For example, religion, where they were brought up, so in the country, which continent, loads of other things play a part into how we act as a person, essentially. More other contradictory research was from Banvazizi and Movahedi. I think I've pronounced that right. I'm not an expert, as you can tell. But they did a follow-up study. They showed A-level students this study and told them to guess what the aim of the study was. Now, around 90% of these students correctly guessed what the aim of the study was. So what they hypothesized and believed was that the demand characteristics were too powerful. So the participants within the study, as you can see, I've put PT with a an apostrophe S. That's how you abbreviate participants in psychology. They could maybe see what the aim was, so they might have changed their behaviour for this. And that's another thing you'll look at in research methods, and it's something that you want to keep as low-key and quiet as possible. You don't want your participants understanding what the study is, because they might change their behaviour, and this therefore makes it difficult to generalise. Anyways, that's enough from me. I hope you get and understand that. If you've got any questions, leave a comment below. Don't forget to subscribe. There'll be loads more content, I promise, in the next few weeks. But yeah, anyways, see ya.